It's kind of been a while since I've done one of these, but today we have Total Drama Island What If Izzy won. You guys voted for this out of the contestants available. Keep in mind, everything is only my opinion. If you like this, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It's a huge help to the channel, and I appreciate greatly every single one of you. Let's get it. So, I know immediately at the beginning she switches spots with, like, Katie, but I'm actually going to say that doesn't happen here. And instead, I'm gonna say Noah, being like the smart person he is, he clearly sees the other team is stacked in terms of people against his team, so he knows that his brains might actually be helpful over here, so he offers himself up as a spot in order for Sadie to come over to Katie. And so I'm gonna say during the middle of the challenge or whatnot, the key point where some people talk, I might even say Noah is talking to Izzy, because yeah, he sees her as crazy, but the crazy stuff she's talking, you know, is kind of like factually right, and he appreciates that to a degree. This is Izzy's video, but I'm still going to say that the Gophers won this mainly because I think the hot tub scenes over there like more comedic and have better purpose than it would have been used over here. So well, like, what's gonna happen over here? Jeff and Bridget just hangs out in there. Harold's naked instead of Owen. No one wants to see that. Just cut it out like altogether. So after they lose, I'm gonna say that unfortunately Ezekiel still listens to his dad, which he definitely shouldn't do. Your dad is dumb. Your dad got you kicked off the show. But due to the switch, I actually believe that the males might actually keep Ezekiel over some people, and here's what I'm gonna say happens. Izzy and Noah is doing their thing because they see, you know, Jeff and Bridget, you know, together, kind of an alliance basically already. Harold and Ezekiel like each other, are talking to each other. Harold scolding Ezekiel like, bitch, don't say that again. You about get your ass out of here. No one's really targeting Eva because they assume they want her for her strength. But this is where I'm gonna say like a crack might be exposed, because everyone kind of has a reason to be here. And even Duncan said that, you know, DJ is wanted because of his like immense strength, and he also has like a good social gameplay, leaving Tyler kind of on the out. So I'm gonna say Izzy recognizes this with Noah, discusses with him that Tyler would actually be a great pawn. He doesn't really have anyone here. He's a free vote and agent, and out of everyone here, he will probably be the easiest to manipulate and, you know, whatever, convince. So I feel like if, you know, they cornered him or like secluded him at the right time, talked to him, he would be all for it. And then from there, I believe Izzy and Tyler would approach Duncan with the idea of voting Eva. I primarily think Noah and Izzy would target Eva, and Tyler would definitely go along with this plan. I feel like all three of them would make a case that look at our team compared to the others. Even with Eva gone, we don't need that energy here. She can, you know, take that Abby Last of Us 2 shit wherever she wants, but ain't gonna be here. And so that is the plan I think will exactly be executed, and Eva is the first one gone. Alright, we got the big sleep, and I don't think the change would really affect this at all in any capacity. If anything, Eva was actually a help to them getting close to winning, but at the end of the day, they don't win. And I feel like Ezekiel would actually kind of be nutty at a challenge like this. I feel like his ass just stays up for days for fun. And so when they lose, I kind of feel like Izzy and Noah would like to keep Duncan because he's kind of a good vote to control, and they can't vote off Courtney or else they would like disturb that whole plan. And DJ isn't really a part of any group, and he's a strong like part of the team. So it really comes down to the Harold and Ezekiel duo versus the Jeff and Bridget duo. And since we're changing the timeline a little bit, what if like, you know, in this episode instead, you know, DJ, Duncan, maybe even Tyler, they're trying to talk to the homie Jeff, and Jeff, you know, keeps talking to Bridget and stuff, saying, nah, don't worry guys, I'm not gonna fall asleep, and then they, you know, keep flirting and eventually fall asleep together or something, and then when they wake up, he once again kind of ghosts them for Bridget, and they're like, alright, bet, I think Izzy would take notice of this. Noah would spread word. A few votes against Ezekiel, one against Tyler, but at the end of the day, Bridget, you are the next person out of here. I know that upset a lot of y'all, but this is Izzy's story, bro, not Bridget. That goes with everyone here. You saw the video title. Don't act surprised like you don't know who the winner might be and who's gonna get eliminated for them to get there. You know what's happening. Alright, so now we got Dodge Brawl. Katie, I know you're a god at this. If this was how you won or Sadie won, I'd let you take this dub with the help of Owen, Cody, and Justin. But Harold needs his moment, and I think this is where he actually really proves himself to be like a capable member of the team. And this is where a little bit of Noah plot armor come in, because if he was over here not doing anything, he would have been voted out, but he not doing anything over here, kind of like Duncan, sleeping, eventually wakes up, they do their thing, Harold becomes a god, they finally win. Maybe Ezekiel even got like Sadie out once or twice, sending Bass finally to the tribal, or campfire ceremony should I say, in which I feel like Justin is voted out, because maybe after playing once, he says he's not going to play anymore after seeing what happens to Lindsay's face, and because of that, they're like, alright bro, if you want to be the Noah of this episode, go ahead, he's gonna get out of there, bro. Now we have the talent show. Justin and Bridget were both a part of this. And Bridget, I'm so happy your ass is not here right now. She's the entire reason for the funky, booty-ass, nasty-ass scene where everyone pukes on each other. Without her ass, it's not happening. Great. Heather's in the talent show. Shits and giggles. Sadie and Katie are in the talent show's one. And then Trent. Why not? Without Bridget, clumsy ass, Courtney can do her thing on the violin. Harold does his beatbox. And I know, some of y'all might say the only reason he even did that because, last second they needed someone. But I think if Harold, had a little bit more self-confidence, especially with Ezekiel there, because he might have showed Ezekiel, I could have done something, then, whips out the beatbox, and Ezekiel's like, holy shit, hold on, guys, you gotta hear this fire real quick. Ezekiel hypes him up, he gets on board, and then speaking of boards, we got Jeff on a skateboard. And I won't even lie, these three doing their thing is way cooler than Heather's little ass 6ix9ine speech, Tekashi ratting on people, Katie and Sadie, they carried, and then Trent, he released the most middest song, which means once more they are sent back to the campfire ceremony, and we have Heather, Lindsay, and Beth and their little alliance. And we know Izzy was part of Heather's alliance, but she's not here right now. I know she has Owen under control, and I think Sadie and Katie like Lindsay and Beth so much that they these three approach them, saying we want to work with you guys on the vote here, do an all-girl thing, a clean sweep. She proposes wanting to vote off Trent, and they're not really sure about it, but then I feel like Cody's nearby listening, making sure he's not getting voted off, him or Gwen, because he's trying to eavesdrop, make sure they're both safe, doing his little scheming thing. I think Cody would be a great eavesdropper. I'm surprised they didn't make him do that, but he's like, if you want the majority, I'm right here, I can be the vote, we can all get Trent out right now, all of us safe guaranteed. And I think hearing that, her friend would be safe, vice versa, they both want to make sure they're good, and they do indeed like Owen, Gwen, and Lashana. So Trent, even though you tried your best in the challenge, Mystic Bias gotta get you out of here. Go ahead and comment down which one of the final 18 you think will sit beside Izzy. Alright, the sucky outdoors. Sadie and Katie were number one perpetrators of fucking shit up this episode. And low-key, half of it wasn't even really their fault. And I won't even lie, I think Noah would actually kind of be super helpful at a challenge like this, so this might give him and Izzy some more cred. And I think it'd be super convenient for everyone to just unanimously agree with these two fault that lost the challenge. Katie, we're still losing you here. Ain't nothing changed about that. RIP Katie. Now, phobia factor where Tyler unjustly lost. He did his dare. He should have got that point, and I'm gonna say he gets the point. Courtney, she didn't do shit that episode. Noah, I don't think would get over whatever his fear is. Izzy's good. Celine Dion, I'm not too sure what Ezekiel's fear is, but I think he's always looking for a chance to prove himself to others for some reason. Like, he's always looking for, like, external validation. So I think he's definitely not gonna bitch out of a challenge. Beth, you know, nasty ass, killed her challenge. Lindsay and Sadie did great. Gwen did it. Owen did it. I won't even lie, I'm so sorry. Gophers, you are once again losing, but I'm telling you right now, it's not gonna be Tyler that leaves. Cause I think just how everyone was so quick to blame Katie and Sadie and get one of their asses out of here because they fumbled the challenge. Why the hell didn't they give Courtney that treatment? Because Katie and Sadie, you guys left them behind. They inadvertently lost that challenge. Chris was willing to make up a bullshit rule where you guys were like 3 points under. And he was like, you know what? Courtney, if you do this, even though you shouldn't win, I'm going to let your entire team win. And she didn't, and then she got scot-free from that? What the hell? Hell no. Courtney, get out of here. So quick to, like, look at Katie and Sadie. Like, Courtney looked at Katie, blamed her, and then when Sadie lost the challenge, Courtney looked at Sadie, blamed her, but then when Courtney loses the challenge, she's just like, oh, guys, it's just a fear. You know how Jello is? I'm like, yeah, bitch, Jello is a enigmatic object. That shit ain't gonna bite your ass. Hypocrite, oxymoron, bitch. All right, up the creek is where Izzy gets a little bit of plot armor, cause I think, like, no matter what, you can't escape what happens to her. Like, they know she's here. So I'm gonna say Izzy, she quick saves, and she's gonna come back later exactly like she's planned to. So let's speed run a couple of these real quick until Izzy, you know, loads back into the game. Paintball Deer Hunter. Cody was like dead ass mauled. You can't escape mauling Cody, RIP. In the Hell's Kitchen episode, it is either Beth or Owen going. You can't escape one of those two. Beth because of her, you know, little cursed ass little bullshit idol, and then Owen because his big body Reese's ass likes to eat. Kit Kat, Munchler, and Gobbler. His ass looks like his favorite food is cereal. And this is during the time period where, like, Beth was like starting to annoy Heather and whatever, but Owen ate all the food. Lashana was mad, Gwen was mad, Heather was mad, and Beth isn't gonna vote for herself. And I think if Beth talked to Sadie and Lindsay, they would probably not vote for her. So this is probably where I think Owen gets out. Essentially, at this point, it's boys versus girls. Who can you trust? This is where Courtney would have got out Sadie, but she's not here to do that. And you know what? I'ma say in this universe, Heather wants to shoot an apple off Beth's head. Lashana doesn't want to be a target, so she's actually gonna allow Sadie to be the target, and Gwen shoots off of Lindsay. However, DJ, you know, does his little peek. I'm still gonna say that's relatively a good plot loophole for the other team to win and to make this one lose. I won't lie, I feel like Duncan, Jeff, and DJ definitely trying to vote out Harold or Ezekiel. Noah kinda likes Harold a little bit, so I feel like he might try and, you know, sway them to get out Zeke, and I do think that would be a good, like, placeholder for Zeke. I don't want him to get too far, because at that point it's just unnecessary plot armor. I do think this would be good progression for him though. At least it's not first. This is basic straining, and I really love the whole vibe of, like, being able to mess with the votes. And I love the part where Harold is, like, mega devious, you know, changing it. This is like one of his very few evil points, and I'm gonna let him keep it. And I don't understand why he rigged it for Courtney to get out instead of Duncan, but I'm gonna say that's what he does this time. He definitely gets Duncan out of here. Now the next challenge is like a very competitive one, you know, skiing, trying to like do a whole bunch of physical challenges, and I'm gonna say they win this. Harold, you know, he gets to do his little scene that he does here or whatever. And while Lindsay proves to be a beast at this challenge, I'm gonna say Beth actually crashes out hard. She does not do good. Heather kind of wanted a reason for her to be out anyway, so I feel like it's these three voting Beth, Beth and Sadie voting Heather, and Lindsay voting Gwen. R.I.P. Beth, you tried to do your thing, which means congratulations, everyone still left. 5 boys, 5 5 girls, but along with the merge is also 2 people joining back. One of them, obviously Izzy, finally back in her video, welcome. And the second player returning is obviously gonna be Duncan. I think he pleads a case like, bitch, I know for a fact I wasn't voted off. Add me back, I'll cause drama on God. And those are the 2 I believe are brought back by production. No pain, no gain. Lashana wins, gets her beautiful trailer. Immediately, I think Izzy and Duncan are both talking game. Duncan wants Harold out of here hardcore. Noah kinda doesn't want that and tries to explain that to Izzy. But I think she's not even like low-key that interested in working with Noah at this point in time. She might actually switch back over to Heather and Lindsay. You know, start talking to them mainly because she finds out Heather was causing a shit ton of drama while she was gone. And she would like to keep someone that could get votes instead of her for like the future time's sake. Because Duncan already told Heather, you know, he wants Harold gone and she was willing to do that. But I think Izzy working with her, she's like, yeah, we could get Harold now. Or, you know, I'm kind of talking with Noah. We were, you know, in an alliance kind of before I left. I'm back. I think I could convince him and Harold, especially considering Harold's on the out, to vote for Jeff, because Jeff is way more likable and Jeff is a strong physical threat. And keep in mind, at this point in time, they think they're winning by jury, and Bridget is on the jury. I feel like Lindsay could get Sadie on board to vote Jeff, and Lindsay might be able to convince Tyler. So, you know, Jeff, that is it. Probably a good point for you to leave. Search and do not destroy. I think Heather is gonna set Izzy up for a devious plan with Lindsay, because I'm gonna say, you know, Tyler is still here, and he's taking a lot of Lindsay's time, and she's noticing that Lindsay was on the fence about voting Jeff, but as soon as Tyler wanted to, or was okay with it, then Lindsay was like all happy for it. She's a little bit afraid of that, so I'm gonna say she does the Trent treatment. Tyler somehow gets a kiss, poor guy. Lindsay, who I believe is a lot more gullible than Gwen, would probably fit this role better in telling everyone, you know, what she saw, what happened. Trent, 2-timer, apparently gets out, then he tells everyone what Heather did. And keep in mind, in the real show, Izzy helped Heather with so many of her shenanigans, and I always get comments like at least once or twice a month on one of my older videos like, what do you mean Izzy's a villain? How is Izzy a villain? Like, did you not even watch the show? Alright, hide and be sneaky. I once again am gonna say Lashana wins this, and if you keep in mind, per rules, more than one person can win this. So I'm gonna say Lashana wins it, Harold wins it, and Heather wins it, leaving everyone else as an option to be voted. I think Lindsay might be more of a target than Gwen right now in Heather's book. R.I.P. Lindsay. Better out this way than the next way, which is the bike race. Noah probably made the best one, but of course it got sent off to someone else. And I think this is gonna be one of those moments where Heather, you know, in the middle of the race, she's like, Gwen, for the power of me and you, we're in the we're ahead of everyone else. Let's just get across that finish line. Heather does it first, and basically she duped Gwen, kind of like she did Lindsay, due to bullshit loophole in the rules, which means we have the final 4 girls and final 4 guys. Hook, line, and screamer. This is the episode where DJ got out due to fear. But I won't even lie, I feel like DJ might actually do better on this than Harold, because Harold be screaming like a girl sometimes. So I don't know what happens too much, but I am definitely willing to say that Harold gets out here instead of DJ. Even Sadie got more of like a nerve. This is the animal hunting challenge, and I won't even lie, everyone here has done questionable whatever. DJ, I'm gonna say for immunity purposes, probably gets that immunity. I'm gonna say Sadie accidentally shoots Heather and Duncan, leaving them both paralyzed. Both of them, plus probably maybe a couple others. I'm so sorry, Sadie. Your plot armor's done. 7th place is amazing. Now, this is the one where everyone is split up into teams of 2 and double immunity is 1. Randomly, I'm gonna say it's Izzy and Lashana, because I think moments when they're together, I think it's hilarious. DJ and Duncan, along with Heather and Noah. Now, for comedic comedic purposes and plot armor, I'ma say Lashana and Izzy both win that immunity, having to vote off somewhere from here. And I think DJ, Lashana, and Duncan would obviously all come together like, look, I know I might be on the outs, but you just gotta look at it from a perspective. Heather, Noah, and Izzy have all been together since the beginning. We gotta get one of them out. And keep in mind, they still kind of think this is jury, and out of all three of them, Heather isn't gonna win it. Izzy got, back halfway through the game just like Duncan did. R.I.P. Noah. Now, this is the episode where they all find out that it isn't by a jury vote. It's by a challenge, and then for a bullshit reason, all of them get, for some reason, to vote someone out. And R.I.P. Lashana. This is a moment the entire fandom hates, and I hate it too, so we gotta, I guess, keep it right. It was either her or DJ, because I want something along the lines of, like, stupidly, like, they all vote for someone they like instead of dislike. I just feel like Lashana is more liked than DJ during this season in particular at this time. Duncan gets fourth. It's Izzy, DJ, and Heather. Izzy knows that DJ is afraid of a lot of stuff. Heather will do anything to win this game, and as proven by past challenges, Heather is more of a comp beast. So the Gwen and Owen treatment, it's more like the Izzy and DJ treatment, because that's exactly what just happened to Heather, which means the final two is DJ and Izzy. This is how I can see Izzy making it and maneuvering through the game to win the 100,000, which honestly, let's be for real, all the shit you gotta do in Total Drama is not worth the 100k. Like, this is only one firearm away from being the Squid Games. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are amazing. I hope you liked this. If you did, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Thank you guys, each and every single one of you, and I dare every single one of you to have a good day.